What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks of all ages, to UVMtv's Nerds Around Table. I'm your host, David.
I'm Luke.
I'm Noah.
And this is the show where we talk about all things nerdy around a table. We're going to jump right into this episode's topic. It's being brought to us by Luke.
Sweet.
What you got, Luke?
That's me. All right. I would like to talk about, what did I want to talk about? Adaptations.
We're so prepared. We're so professional.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
Specifically, adaptations into movies, whether it's, there's video games, there's books, I won't talk about, like, other movies being adapted, because that's kind of like a reboot or remake.
Like something from another medium.
Yeah, basically. So, with that, what is everyone's thoughts on adaptations? What makes a good adaptation?
They can be good, bad, and ugly.
What makes it good?
I think it depends on what the source material is. If the source material is good, then you need to stick to it a bit, but not adapt it too much that you lose whatever made the source material good. And I think some things don't work as films. Some things are just supposed to be, that's TV shows or other mediums, because I'm thinking specifically Dragon Ball Z. How they adapted that to Dragon Ball Evolution, I don't think that really works at all. The movie was an absolute shit show.
I would argue,
if I may, I think your statement that first the source material has to be good, I think that's a kind of just saying what is already being said about it all, if you understand my meaning. Of course the source material has to be good in order to be able to adapt it properly.
Well, not good. I meant more because Dragon Ball Z is quirky and it has that anime feel to it that doesn't translate all that well.
You translate to an action film, I think.
I feel...
Dragon Ball Evolution didn't do it.
Well, here's my thing. With Dragon Ball Z, at least if you went to go for a Dragon Ball... you'd have to make a decision if you're going to do a Dragon Ball adaptation. You'd either... I think you could go a Marvel route with it.
Yeah.
Because they, have quirky characters. Yeah. Kind of like we were talking about Doctor Strange, people are quirky. Not that type of quirky, but, you'd probably want to focus on the action to bring in the blockbuster crowd.
That's fair.
But then have the quirks of the characters, make it still feel like, okay, I'm watching a live representation of Goku. That's Vegeta.
Instead of the...
Was Vegeta even in that movie?
No, it wasn't.
No, that one wasn't.
Nor was Krillin.
No, they tried to adapt early Dragon Ball, and they failed miserably.
The live action, right?
So bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
So, connecting to that, my view of a good adaptation is something that's it doesn't have to be a direct print and copy and paste of the source material. No. But I think,
in fact, if you do that, you've already lost.
Yeah. There's a reason people fall in love with a franchise. In Dragon Ball Z, a lot of people like the superpower battles, so you'd want that. But they also love the characters, so you'd want to be true to those characters.
Yes.
I think you got to focus on the spirit of the original material first. So if that's Assassin's Creed, you got to focus on.
So
what makes Assassin's Creed unique compared to other IP? It's the parkour action. It's the crazy time traveling plot lines. It is the strong characters, and it's the strong characters of the modern day versus the kind of fun, quirky characters of the past era, right? I think that's what makes Assassin's Creed good. And if Assassin's Creed does that, I'll be happy.
When does that movie come out?
End of December, I think.
I'm looking forward to that one, honestly.
Yeah, I don't want to stay on Assassin's Creed too long.
Another issue?
If I may, because
I thought you were.
Well, I just had.
I didn't know you were still going.
No, it's okay. I just have another example.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were done.
I think when it comes to adaptations of comic books, for example, that's a little bit more different because the storylines get so convoluted and so complex just because it's been around for so long. I think that you just really have to focus on what makes a character special in the comic. So, for example, Captain America. True justice the American way, always doing what's right, always standing up for the little guy. And I think they've done that in the movies. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I think they've done it. So those are just a few examples of what makes an adaptation really unique. I think you got to stay true to the spirit of the story or true to the spirit of the character. You can have fun with them, you can do whatever you need to do in the movie, but I think you got to do that first.
But
this feels like Captain America.
Yeah, this feels like Captain America.
But there is a point, I'm thinking specifically with The Last Airbender. Firstly, the graphics were terrible and the adaptation was bad, but they tried to...
I thought Appa looked good. I don't know why everybody was talking about
water,
garbage.
Not the Appa, I'm thinking more the bending stuff. But
Yeah, they had like it took
my point-
6 Earthbenders to lift a
yeah.
rock.
Well, I mean, okay,
But
that movie has its own issues.
another
Like, I don't know why I focused so
bad-
much on the martial
the
arts.
acting wasn't great, but the
Fire
I
Nation
think,
acting was okay.
yes, but the other acting was
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, Sokka and Katara and Aang, which is bad. It's not Aang, and
Aang.
it's not Sokka. Like, but anyways,
did they
my
call him Sokka?
yeah, they
Oh
did.
my, I remember
And
that. Oh my
another
God.
issue I think they had with it is they tried to put way too much into it. They're summing up like 20 something episodes, 30-minute episodes each, and they didn't do it very concisely, and they didn't do it very well.
There was an easier way.
I mean, they tried to do it sort of with a title crawl, which was bad. At the beginning, they have like a whole spiel, and then they did not do incorporate exposition and things that you'd find in the series very well.
Honestly, I felt like the way to do that movie was, all right, so you have the boy in the iceberg sort of arc at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's
And
necessary.
and I think you do the Southern Air Temple.
Yeah.
I think you have them touch down in the forest after like meeting a blue spirit or something like that, and then you have a montage
Yeah.
to like cover the rest of the episodes, like show Aang doing good work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
they
giving
didn't
nods
and
to, like,
show Zuko like on his
Yeah.
like warpath.
And
or
they
something
didn't
like that.
abridge it very well because they only have 2 hours.
They didn't. I know. I can remember specifically like where they took him from what episodes they did. They did Southern Air Temple. They did
Yeah.
the Blue Spirit.
Yeah.
They did what am I thinking of? There was one more. Oh, they did the friggin' the prisoners, the Earthbending prisoners.
Yeah.
They did all that.
Well,
Did them very haphazardly.
sort of prisoners.
And I remember when
mean,
Aang said like Airbenders, you can use the Earthbenders. You are surrounded by Earth. I'm like, yes. Why does a 10-year-old boy need to tell you this?
there are rocks every. Although, I mean, if earthbending is that, it's you might as well pick up the rock and throw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why couldn't we see the Earth literally being shifted?
6
That is
guys,
what Earthbending
one
is.
rock.
Another issue with Airbender. I don't want to make this an Airbender topic. This is about adaptations in general. But another issue with Airbender is that like it was too martial arts like focused.
Mhm.
I know this is like kind of like where the origins of like the
Yeah.
bending comes from, but
Yeah,
like it's more
inspired-
about the flow of energy
Yeah.
through your body rather
It
than.
inspired it, but it was not the focus.
No,
and
it
that
wasn't
really
like
made
that.
The focus.
It was
Yes.
much more. If anything, it was much more like choreography more than like
Mm.
actual like martial arts formations in the show.
And yeah, in the show, well, they use different martial arts disciplines to inspire the different bending styles. Like,
Right, but the bending styles
but like
complement
Yes,
the martial arts
exactly.
style rather than the other way around.
like fire bending. I don't know what style they use, but I think it was tiger style kung fu or something.
Tiger style, I
But
think you're right. Yeah.
But it's very like quick movements and like it matched what firebending looks like.
Yeah,
you know?
and like waterbending is
Yeah, like the
it's
feel
it's
of
the
fire-
movement
yeah,
of
the
energy through your
flowing
body.
and-
Yeah. Anyway, we won't stay on that. That's a
Yeah.
whole another
Yeah.
topic, people.
I mean, that'll be Avatar later on.
No,
Mark
what I
it,
say,
mark
what I
it.
say.
We gotta remember the topics that we say we'll come back to, but never do.
somebody please keep track.
Yeah, because we certainly aren't capable.
If you've been watching us since day one, first, God bless you.
Yeah.
God
Second,
bless you.
Second, send
I-
us all
I-
the topics we said we'd do later, so
Yeah.
we can actually do it.
I kind of want to give you a hug if you're sticking with us.
Yeah, you're great.
Like for sure.
We're your
Come
number
here,
one
find
fan.
us, and we'll give you a hug.
Yeah.
But,
Now, I think in order to be a good adaptation, you also got to take risks with the character. You cannot do something cookie cutter that general audiences will enjoy.
Yeah.
What I mean, now general audiences enjoyed this, but what I think is like, I think of the Dark Knight trilogy. They went down some pretty dark paths with that guy. A character who's always been dark, to be fair.
But they took it in different, like
They
different
took it in a very different
directions.
direction.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, the
honestly, in the
Joker-
Dark Knight Rises, did not think they were going to break Batman's back. I wanted them to, really
But
wanted
you-
them to. But
that
that's,
they did.
That's an aggressive scene
Yeah.
too. I remember when he said,
Yeah.
"I was wondering what would break first." He grabs him literally just with two hands, your spirit or your body, and he doesn't bring it, and he doesn't like slam him down on his
He
on
just
his
kinda-
knees like he does in the comics.
Yeah.
He just
Drops
drops him, and
and-
you hear the
Yeah.
and you hear the and I hear the oh.
Yeah.
I saw that the first time. I was like, oh my god, I felt that.
Yeah. And I found it.
Any movie in general, when you can feel the pain
Mm.
someone's going through on screen, that's just.
They did do.
You did a
they
good
did take
job.
very good risks. Like the whole Robin's character, that he was nowhere from the comics. But like.
What are you talking about, John Blake
Yeah.
from the movie? Okay.
Well, he wasn't any of the Robins. It was Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake.
Yeah,
Damian
that's
Wayne.
not as much of a risk.
Anyways,
We didn't know that
but, like,
character was
yeah,
a Robin until the end of the
yeah.
movie.
And
I
that was
liked
kind
the
of a cool
twist though
spot.
with it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was fine.
And then
it didn't
retiring-
really matter to me because it was all over.
Yeah.
But
And they wrapped it up quite well. Like
Yeah.
retiring Batman. Yeah, I don't.
That was a fantastic trilogy.
Yeah.
People who say that Dark Knight Rises is
No.
lame, I don't understand.
That was
where-
phenomenal. It was
just-
phenomenal trilogy.
The only thing with me is like I already think
It wasn't
like,
as good as the Dark
No, no,
Knight.
no, no.
Oh, boo, Frank, no.
No, that's not what I was saying. Like Christian Bale in general, like I think his Batman voice is ridiculous. I mean, God bless him, but I thought
Dude,
it's
his
ridiculous.
Batman was awesome though. Like I remember, like when he was like on the road and all the cops were
He was
around him, and the
so
spotlight was
badass.
on him.
No, his
and then-
voice.
and he just went dun
Yeah.
dun dun.
But I
dun,
think the
and
Batman himself
And he
makes
like
up for
got,
the
he
voice.
got on the bike and he just spun around, just shot.
The voice is
and
kinda- the
drove
voice is
off
silly.
onto the next
Here's,
road.
here's the thing though. You take that voice, and then you add Brain's voice, and like, you need to respect my authority. Well, like, those two together in the same movie, I'm like, this isn't real. They look so cool, but they sound so stupid.
I liked
It
it.
I
sounded
gotta
like
say-
Batman The Dark Knight Rises abridged.
It may have been, it may have been kind of goofy and silly, but it almost made it iconic.
That's true.
Yeah,
Like
no.
it was like the Ghostbusters theme song, like something that everyone would say and everyone would repeat, and that made the characters stick and drive
guess-
it home.
I will
guess
say though,
that's
actually,
true.
you know, what,
Like,
on adaptations
you heard
and
so
stuff,
many people trying that Batman.
On
voice.
adaptations, I'm surprised that like Bane did not get or they did not get a lot of crap for casting Bane as a white guy. He's
He's
a South American,
Yeah.
Central American.
Yeah.
He's Latino.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, maybe I was just too young
but
to
they
like,
did
be
it.
aware of
They
it,
did a
but-
totally different origin with him, though. What's like
Right, exactly.
It was-
but what
it
I'm,
was a-
what I'm saying is like
yeah.
I don't remember hearing any
No.
outlet
It was-
against it,
it was
and like
too damn
people,
good.
and like you think about like what they did with Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Like it's just an
And
it's an interesting
yeah.
comparison.
Mm.
Something to think about.
The more you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think most adaptations are actually pretty good. I think they're better most times than they are worse.
What about
Like-
video game adaptations?
Well, video game adaptation, that's a whole other story. But I'm looking at like Saving Mr. Banks here. That's an adaptation of someone's life, right?
Well, I wouldn't say that's an adaptation. That's
it is.
like a documentary,
No, it's
or like not a documentary,
Well,
but
if
like
you have like films based off true stories, like I
that's
guess
not an
that-
adaptation though, unless
I
it
would
was
say
a
it
It
book
could be
before.
argued. It's
Was
not
it a
what you
book?
think of when you think adaptation,
Yeah.
but technically it
I mean,
is.
it's not
It
switching.
is, it is
from a medium.
adapted from another source material.
Alright,
I mean-
fine. I think it's a loose argument, but we can go there.
A loose argument, really.
Hey David, can I tell you one of my favorite film adaptations?
Share, bro. Shout it into the microphone.
The Angry Birds movie.
Are you serious?
Honestly, because Angry Birds is so ridiculous,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
like,
how are they gonna make a fucking
how do you
movie
get
out of
any-
And
this?
they made a movie about
They
it.
made an actually really
Yeah.
decent movie.
Yeah. I have not
With
seen it yet.
amazing
that
visuals.
they got plot out of that at all?
I know.
What was the plot? It was like
there
the
must
the
be-
pigs were like being nice and they wanted the eggs, but like the birds didn't know, so
Which
the
is-
birds.
It was
had to
kind of
fight
like
back.
a Christopher Columbus type of thing. Like the pigs were Christopher Columbus, and the
Oh,
birds
damn.
were like the natives, and they're like, check out all our cool technology.
Did they kill all of
No,
the
no, no.
birds?
They
then
stole
it's-
their eggs and planned to eat them, so.
But they didn't murder the.
Was there any?
They didn't
Okay, here's
genocide
the
them.
thing I wanted to know about Angry Birds. Like, did you hear any of the music from the game? Like, I don't know if you've ever played Angry
They
Birds.
made like an orchestrated version
Orchestrated
of like the
versions,
main do 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 do. Like it was.
Yeah, what?
It was good.
I
It was
don't
good.
even remember the main theme right now. I don't know why. Like, I can only hear like the Star Wars versions.
Like it had this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was actually a really solid movie.
Yeah.
I think like that makes it better.
Oh, dude,
too.
what about friggin' Peanuts? Peanuts is an adapted work.
That was a good movie.
I liked Peanuts.
Yeah.
It was I thought it was really cute and it was really adorable, and the animation style was actually really good.
That
it
works.
was so good that I was like, please make a Calvin and Hobbes movie in this style. They're never going to, because
That's such a good idea.
well, Bill Watterson hasn't sold the Calvin and Hobbes rights because he
Oh.
doesn't want it to, like, his whole instance is like art before commerce.
That's true.
So like that's
But
why he
still,
won't
that
let us
would be
say-
so
he's
good.
Like, if you want to read my shit, go to the comic book strips and go read it there. But otherwise, no. So we don't.
We'll
we're
have to
gonna-
wait
But
till
I'm
it
like,
gets to the
I
public
kept
domain.
watching that movie and I'm like, oh my god, if Calvin and Hobbes was just animated like this, oh, it'd be magical.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Awesome.
see, another good thing about adaptations, if you get it in a nice,
It's a totally new
in
way
a
to
good
experience a
style.
source material that you
Yeah.
already like.
Take something you love and look at it in a whole new light and new way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all kind of in agreement here. I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're feeling good. All right, well then.
Feeling fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks of all ages, thank you so much for joining us here on UVMTV's Nerds Around Table. If you like what we did here, consider leaving a like in the video, consider commenting down below, subscribe to the channel, consider sharing us with your friends. We'd like to be able to build a community more than just on our little campus here. If you want to keep up to date on when we post new episodes, when we do some filming, some behind the scenes, anything like that, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UVMtv Nerds. We'll keep you up to date on when new things happen around the studio then. If you want to leave us any topics to discuss in the future, you can leave those in the comments as well. What are your favorite film adaptations? You can go ahead and share those down below as well. We'd like to interact with you guys a little bit if we could. But I think if that's all, then we're going to close off here right now. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks of all ages, for joining us. Excuse me. I've been David.
I've been Luke.
I've been Noah.
And this has been UVMTV's Nerds Around Table. This has been Gina, and we all say, live long and prosper.
See ya.